Yo, yo, yo. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. YouTube, what's going on? What's going on, gang? How y'all feeling today? What's going on, chat? All right. We in here today. I got a question. There's two things I used to always say at work, man. And one is I got a question. And two is this nigga here. Whenever somebody did some dumb shit or I heard about some dumb shit or we in the presence of a nigga doing some dumb shit, this nigga here. Well, they weren't doing this nigga here. I want to go back in time and I want to clarify something that we really didn't get to clarify back then. We didn't get to clarify this shit back then, man. That shit was Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm looking back on it, I don't feel right about how that shit ended. Reason being, back in that time, that shit basically told women that you could violate a nigga and he ain't supposed to hit you. But that's really what happened. She violated. She punched him. She tried to throw his phone. She spit on a nigga. Spit blood. Listen, man. I worked on Rikers Island. I seen a nigga get spit on. Well, I wasn't there at this particular incident, but I seen a lot of shit. This particular incident, I wasn't there. I'm glad I wasn't there. I know of an incident where a motherfucker spat on somebody, spat blood on somebody. Dumb neck. That nigga was found unconscious a few hours later. Niggas up that's spitting. That's the most disrespectful thing you could do to a motherfucker. And that go for bitches too. So let me just hop right on up into this real quick. Like a bandit, win a girl.
That people always bring up, right? But just do everything, sing, dance, perform, just everything.
Wonderful guy, humble ass dude, right? He's that nigga.
But now you're getting people where they say, man, Chris is better than. You know what I'm saying?
That's
How
cap.
do you take that?
That's cap.
I'm glad you said that.
That is
And the
cap. My personal take on it is like I wouldn't even be breathing or even being able to sing a song if that man didn't exist. I don't know if they look at it as the Jordan Kobe thing, but I don't. There is no competing with him. You know what I'm saying?
Is it
It's
crazy?
No, hell no. I got shrines and this shit in here of this man hanging up in my house. Hell no. I'm happy that they can say that. I'm thankful.
Just a real humble dude, man. Appreciate, his talent, how he, rock with people and shit. You know what I'm saying? This gonna be a quick joint. Stick around. Y'all niggas stick around. Y'all be watching 3-4 minutes and dipping and shit. Stick around, man. You heard? What the fuck just happened? What the fuck? Oh, man. All right, hold on. Make sure this shit is on. So, one of the funny things I remember back during the pandemic, man, this nigga was everybody on lockdown and shit. And this rich nigga and other rich niggas was out there racing Lamborghini.
I can't see, bro.
Oh, sorry about that. You look great, Chris.
Look at this one here. This nigga got it. This shit glow. Look at that. The crazy part, I think this nigga had like about 7, 8 Lamborghinis.
Excuse us. Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Excuse us. Excuse us.
Nah, it's like some niggas was that nigga. It was just that nigga, bro. For real, for real. And one thing I noticed about the world, man, they will see you up and they cheer you on the way up, right? Then when you up there, them niggas just can't wait to bring you down. There you go. This way him. I think nobody else on the fucking street, boy. You got a couple niggas. These niggas out here racing. Lamborghini. Pandemic. That shit had to have been fun. All right. So, that's his. He was young at the time, 16, 17, turning into a young man, to a grown man and shit, doing his thing. And then he meets a young shawty. You know how it go. You meet this nice young shawty. And RiRi was always a bad motherfucker. RiRi was always a bad motherfucker. He came across motherfucking RiRi. And they both were bad motherfuckers. So let's see how this shit played out, man. We're going to take a second look. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Great year for you.
Yeah, it's been a blessing. I just can't do nothing but thank all my fans. I just appreciate all the support. It's been incredible.
The winner is Chris Brown.
I'm gonna try to keep it short. They got the countdown on the prompter, so I'm kind of totally. I would have gave it to Coldplay, but I'm really I'm lost for words. I just want to say thank all the fans. I love you with all my heart. Thank you.
I went from, being on top of the world, #1 songs, and being kind of like America's sweetheart, to being Public Enemy #1.
The chair. Interrogation, baby.
Prosecutors have charged singer Chris Brown with 2 felonies, including assault, allegations of domestic violence, damage,
more serious, much more violent. Grammy Award nominee has just posted bail on criminal threat charges.
I think I was about 15, the first time we actually met. It was at a show, I think it's Z100, a show in New York. And we were, and I've been hearing her, met like her music and stuff from, the radio. It was a big #1 hit. And I was just sitting there, I was like, man, okay, cool. I want to see what she looked like. I want to meet her. I seen her video, I was like, oh, she cute. So, I saw her at the show and she was like, hey, what's up, how you doing? And she had an accent and I was like, never heard that before. That kind of sound good, you know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? Let me talk to her, see what she's talking about. Just be cool with her. We exchange information and stuff like that. And through passing, we would be on the same shows. She would always would perform and then would go sit in the crowd. She watched my show, so I was nervous. I was like, do she like me? I didn't know if she liked me or not, but I was just like, she really watching the show, so she actually must like my music. So from there, we just became friends, kick it. Nothing too serious, but we just had, a good understanding of each other.
What's all these dating rumors, Chris? Yes, no?
I would just keep it as we just doing our thing, just having fun.
Just one day I remember it was right before our VMA performance. Me and her did the VMA performance, my first ever one. It was a couple months before that, and I remember staying over her house, and I was just like, man, what we doing? And she was just like, what you mean? I was like, I'm always over here, we like each other, obviously. Let's just do it. Let's just be boyfriend and girlfriend. She started laughing. She said, you ain't serious. I don't think you want to do that. And I was like, why? And she's like, no. You ain't ready. And I was like, no, I am. I think I'm ready, for real. And so then I remember I was like, I think I love you. She was looking at me like, what? Did I say the word? So, at that time when we did the VMAs, it was more we kept our relationship secret. So we had been together for maybe I want to say 8 months prior.
So it was just, we just kept it to ourselves. We didn't want everybody to know. We just wanted it, you know, just to be like, okay, if they guess it, they guess it. But right now, we love each other, so I really don't care about everybody else. So we did the show, and it was like that moment when you got a chance to say, okay, yeah, they're dating, they're talking. At that moment, she had like the biggest records out, like was going crazy. And me, I still was going strong with all my records and new stuff. When we got a chance to do that show, it was kind of like both of us being able to show the world like, hey, we both are dope, talented artists. We both, you know, are gonna make a mark in this world. It was like a fairy tale.
To see Rihanna and Chris when they first started dating, it was magical, you know? And those two, they were kind of inseparable, you know? You would hear about them being in the studio, you would hear, you know, they're coming into the club together, and it was just an energy.
At that time in our career, being that young,
niggas stay in the
naive,
Lambo.
gullible, but also just happy, just wanting to be everywhere. I mean, it was no other feeling like it. But with her, with Rhea, it was just like, our power that we had at that age, it was just, it's dangerous, man. Like, you could go anywhere. Like, we couldn't go to a hotel and not have 1,000 fans outside waiting. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't go to any restaurant and just eat. Like, real life rock stars at 16 and 17 years old.
Like we talk about Jay and Beyonce and shit. Nigga, Chris Brown and Rihanna? That's fucking crazy. Like, I really, really, really enjoyed them as a couple, man. It's fucked up how they shit ended.
Man, that's dangerous because you could do whatever you want. I just think we were like the perfect, like, and bad combination. Like, it was just good and bad together. It just, I want to say maybe a year and a half into the relationship with Rihanna, I really was serious about it. Like, you know, I was always goofy about everything else, being a young kid, but the maturity level I had and my beliefs of what I wanted with my girlfriend, you know what? I want to marry you, but I want, before, you know, we go any further, I just want to be able to be honest and be completely real with you about everything you've ever had a question about or a doubt about. Or she had asked me, like, right when we first started dating, hey, you ever mess with this person? And this person, she worked for me at the time. And I said, nah, man, you know what it is. Just, you know, I brushed it to the side. One, I didn't want her knowing my business. Two, I just didn't know who she would tell if I tell her what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? So around like the 8th month or maybe like a little bit after that VMA performance, I just broke it to her. I said, hey, I want to marry you, but I want to be real with you. I want to be honest with you and tell you, you know, everything.
Yo, why do niggas want to get married so quick, bro? Like, you don't gotta jump out the window and marry a bitch just because you really like her, bro. You being with her is as far as you could go. Just buy the bitch a ring, man. Buy her a ring. Like, you don't have to sign papers and documents, bro. Just keep her with you. Like, damn.
This is what it is. Before we were together, me and this other girl did have sex. My trust totally was lost with her. You know what I'm saying? She hated me. Like, after that, I tried everything. Like, she didn't care. Like, she just didn't trust me after that. From there, it just went downhill because, you know, it would be fights, it would be verbal fights, physical fights as well, mutual sides, and this is the first time I get to say anything. And like I said, I still love Rihanna, but it's
mutual.
I'm just gonna be honest. We would fight each other. She would hit me, I would hit her. All
right, we're gonna stop right there for one hot second, because I gotta show you something. He said he love her. He ain't trying to throw no dirt on her, but he gotta keep it real, right? So he gonna keep it real. So that's what I want to show you. When you with somebody, right, there's a difference from beating their ass and defending yourself and just fighting, both of y'all mutual fighting. This is like how they made it seem like Chris Brown did right here.
Bro, don't touch me, bro. So what is it?
Bro, you tell me.
You mad?
You don't read me?
Okay.
All right, now we ain't gonna show the rest of it because you know how YouTube do. If you wanna rewind that little bitty taste right there, you can. But that happened a while back. Shorty was figured she would be funny and pull a prank on her man, where she would tell him that she don't want to be with him no more. And the nigga went fucking, as you could see, ballistic, ape shit. That is wrong. That is what they tried to paint Chris Brown as. That is what a lot of women were calling for. They wanted jail time. The nigga that did that, they ain't even go as hard on that nigga as they was going on Chris Brown. They ain't go nearly as hard. Matter of fact, they ain't even say nothing about that shit. That shit been all over. Everybody saw it. But they ain't go hard on that kid the way they did on Chris Brown. They was the same age. But why not? That just goes to show you, like, when you got something to lose, people just want you to lose it. If you already broke and a bum, niggas ain't really, they really don't care. It's just like stepping over a piece of fucking shit walking down the street. But if you are a well-to-do person, if you have something to lose, you know what I'm saying? Even if you got a fucking city job. I used to talk to this girl. She got into a fight with her niece or some shit. First thing they want us to do, oh, you gonna lose your job. You gonna lose your job. So, first of all, you were wrong. Secondly, you go straight to her losing her job. Like, y'all just some bum ass hating ass niggas because you ain't got a job or some shit. So when you see people go hard at a guy like that, pause, it's because he must have something, and they just like to throw rocks uphill, man. But he ain't beat that girl like that.
It never was okay. It was always a point to when we talk about it, like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I don't like that. I don't like you slapping me. If I go on stage, I got a scratch on my face, and I gotta explain it like, oh, no, I fell, or like.
You see? Mutual. But nobody gave a fuck about that. We're doing this here today because we want to exonerate Chris Brown from that incident. He shouldn't have had to go through all of that shit. He got into what they were doing together behind closed doors happened to come out. That's why in a relationship, once you start verbally disrespecting somebody, that is the worst thing you could do. Because I called her a bitch this time. I got this mad, I called her a bitch, nothing happened. I got this mad, I called her a bitch a few times, nothing happened. I got this mad, I called her a bitch and I hit her. I got this mad, just straight called her a bitch. It becomes easier and easier to disrespect a person at a higher level when you're not checked. And the same thing definitely goes for the female. If you don't check a bitch, she already got the benefit of the fucking doubt in a relationship. She already got the upper hand. She's already going to lie whenever that relationship goes to an end. She's never going to tell the truth. So she already got the upper hand in that relationship. As soon as you let her disrespect you, bro, you need to it's like working in jail taught me a lot of shit. I saw a lot of shit. I learned a lot of shit. When a motherfucker disrespect you, you gotta check that shit ASAP. Because it's not just between you and him. That motherfucker saw that motherfucker disrespected you. You gotta understand it's 50 other niggas in that fucking pod that saw that nigga disrespect you. So that's 50. They go tell a person, that's 100. They go and tell somebody else. That 100 go tell somebody else. That's 200. That's 300 people that know you, and they're gonna view you a certain way. So even in a relationship with a bitch, if she disrespects you, once you don't do anything about it, she loses even more respect from you. If she put her hands on you once, you put your hands on her hard as fuck. You don't gotta hit her in the face. I'm not saying punch the bitch in the face. Punch her in her fucking thigh. We used to give bitches frogs back in the day. I don't know if you know what a frog is. Frog is when you punch a motherfucker so hard in the muscle that the muscle cramps. So we used to get boom. You don't play, don't play with me. Yeah, it's to try shit, to try to hit you in your face. You don't hit him in the face, you catch him in that thigh. Boom. She's like, oh. Yeah, don't put your hands on me, shorty. Like, everyone will test you. Even your kids. But everyone on this earth will test you. So you're supposed to just like let up because it's a chick? The most dangerous person in a man's life? Nope. And what they did, that shit spilled out, and it only spilled out on him. So today, I'm telling whoever watches this video that Rihanna was wrong, was just as wrong in this incident as Chris Brown was. She didn't get any kind of talking to. She didn't have to go to any kind of anger management or none of that shit.
Or like if you got a scar or whatever, or a bruise, you gotta put makeup on it. I feel like shit. Like I'm not ever trying to put my hands on any female.
Anger or whatever, you have to walk away from the situation. Never ever put your hands on anyone.
That was his girl, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, what he went through it was like a test. And it wasn't so much of the situation. I think it was just a test in life.
I was just like Chris. I was very successful at a young age, and when you're really successful, I was taught that can't should be a foreign language to you. A no should be a foreign language to you. You shouldn't be able to understand the language of no, or you can't.
Like me, I felt like a fucking monster.
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for $160,000.
Shout out to Mike Tyson.
20-year-old pop star Rihanna is the woman involved in the alleged domestic violence assault case.
I lost my best friend. Like, everything I knew switched, and I couldn't control that. So I had to deal with that, and that's not easy for me to understand.
7 years ago, when I was about 17, 18, the whole Rihanna incident happened. And, a lot of that changed my life.
And that night at that Clive Davis party, that I made sure the person that I was involved with before, I said, hey, if you can't come around to these places, and the person comes right to the table and say, hey, what's up, y'all? And I already know it's an issue, so I say, hey, cool, and I keep it, and they keep it moving and leave. I look over at Rihanna, and she's bawling, she's just crying. In the middle of the ceremony about to start, she's just crying, and I'm like, yo, please, babe, don't do this. Like, don't do this in here. Like I didn't know, I promise, I swear to God, I didn't know.
So that girl that she questioned him about, and later on he told her, yeah, we did fuck. She must have showed up, and that really was fucking with Rihanna.
So she got over it. She started drinking a little bit. We both were drinking a little bit. We was tipsy, laughing, joking, and then we left.
And Juan, just a few hours ago, we saw Chris Brown drive off. According to sources, the alleged fight broke out inside a Lamborghini that was located at Hancock Park.
As you know, young relationships, any relationship is based on trust, but because I told her that she didn't trust me with anything, so I would give her the option of, oh, you can look at my phone. So I gave her the phone. She looks at the phone, and there's a message, and it says, kill the Grammys, do your thing. And I didn't read the rest of the message, I didn't open it. So she opened the message, and the rest of the message said, "I'll see you at the cloud party." So she thought I was lying. She starts going on.
But he ain't even open. He didn't even open it though. Oh man.
She throws the phone, "I hate you," whatever. Starts hitting me. We're in a little Lamborghini. You know, she's fighting me, and I'm like, "Look, I'm telling you the truth. I swear to God. You know, I'm telling you the truth. Stop it." So then she hits me a couple more times, and I just kind of it doesn't go from translation to, "Let's sit down, I'm telling you the truth." It goes to, "Now I'm finna be mean and be evil." Arguing.
Like, yeah, because you keep getting hit. Nobody likes to get hit. I don't know why women think, "Oh, well, you're a man. You could." No, bitch. Don't put your hands on me like that. Don't put your hands on me. Now, if they know now, you know women, man. You in a little Lamborghini. She's just really going like. So you just supposed to sit and take that? You think a nigga just gonna sit and take that?
So then, I remember she tried to kick me. It's like just her just being upset. But then I really hit her, I with a closed fist, like I punched her, you know, and it busted her lip. And when I saw it, I was in shock. I was like, "Fuck, why the hell did I hit her?" Like, so from there, she just spit in my face, like spit the blood on my face, and I'm like, yo, so it enraged me even more. Like it's a real on fight in a car. We driving in the street. So I'm like, "Yo, man, we tripping. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing?" She's trying to grab for my phone, and I'm not giving her my phone to throw it out of the window. So she grabs my nuts.
Oh.
And when she do that, I bite her arm, I think, as I'm driving, because I'm still trying to drive. And it's just like a petty, like stupid fight, bro. And I'm just realizing it. I'm like, look, what the hell am I doing, bro? Like, what are you honestly doing this in the car right now? Like, what are we doing? So I pull over in Hancock Park, maybe less than 2-3 miles from my house, because I'm just trying to resolve the situation. I'm not trying to fight any further. I don't want to. Like, I love her. I don't want to hurt my girlfriend. You know, so I pull over and I said, "Look, like, I'm telling you the truth." Like, I'm crying, she's crying. Like, I'm telling you the truth. I swear to God, like, I didn't do it. I didn't know she was fucking coming. I didn't know, I promise. She just didn't believe me. Like, I just know you lying to me. So she takes the keys out of the car. I'm in park. She takes the keys out of the car and throws fakes like she throws them out the window. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And I get out the car. When I get out the car, I'm looking for the keys in somebody's yard. And she yells out of her door, "Help, he's trying to kill me." I said, "Stop, like, we gonna get in trouble." So I'm looking for the keys. She's sitting on the keys.
See, she dead wrong for that, man. Like, that's that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Black chicks love to call the popo. They get the popo up involved in some shit. You know, they want to call massa on the black man. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing that shit since fucking slavery. Come on, man. If you fucking with a bitch, if she do some shit like that, you better not never talk to her again.
So I'm like, "You know what? I can't play this game with you." So I'm getting my bags out of the car. She takes my CDs. This is back when I would record on CDs. You couldn't put it on your phone when you leave the studio. So I had new music, and she was just scratching it up. I just seen her scratching it up with the keys. So I snatched the bag, and I was like, "You know what? You got the keys. You can drive home." By this time, her lip was busted. She had a knot because I pushed her head up against the window. And you know, a lot of the times, like, I look back at that picture and I'm just like,
yo, she got a knot on both sides. Both sides of her eyebrows. Look at that shit there. And look at that shit there. Unless they doctored up this fucking picture. All right, she got the black eye. It is kind of weird how she got one right here and one right there. Or is that how she look normally? Is that how she look normally?
"Yo, bro, like, that's not me, bro. That's not me." Like, I hate it to this day. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna haunt me forever.
I was hurt the most.
No, you weren't.
felt what I felt.
Like, this is the victim mode shit right here. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? I like her songs and shit like that. This isn't to bash Rihanna. This is to exonerate Chris. You feel me? And right now she's talking from that victim standpoint that a lot of bitches run to. They clearly, for some reason, forget what the fuck they did to cause that ass whooping. Whenever a woman is in a situation that is uncomfortable to her, she just like conveniently forgets what the fuck she did. Like, she ain't say, I spit in his face, or I was trying to throw his phone. She ain't said none of that shit. She said she was hurt. Don't nobody know what the fuck she went through and all this other shit. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. The crazy part was she was gonna watch this nigga go to jail. Oh shit, you ain't even seen it. My bad. Ain't nothing really happened. It was just where we at? 35, 47.
Me in front of the world. It was embarrassing, it was humiliating, it was hurtful. It's not easy.
Chris Brown is accused of assault and battery.
You're a great dancer, a great singer, you're popular, known all over the world. You ever say to yourself, I screwed up?
Can remember the night when he called me and we was in LA and the incident had happened, and he said, Mom, please come. I just did something really bad. Like, oh my God, what is it? And this was the Grammys, the Clive Davis party. We had just left with him and Rihanna at the table. And I'm like, my heart just dropped, but I had no idea what he was gonna tell me. And I get to the hotel and he's laying in the bed crying and crying. And he was hiding, of course, crying like, Mom. Mom was like, what did you do? And he told me. I was like, oh, that was the worst day of my life and probably of his life, because I just saw that he was just a broken person.
There are these moments, right, in every artist's career that they say, what the fuck was I thinking?
Mm-hmm. That's
He was laying in bed, and he was crying, and he was devastated about what happened. But his main concern was, oh, how was she, and was she okay? Of course, legal went down, and he was arrested, or he turned himself in. So he was just devastated, and just seeing him in that state was the worst ever. And I felt like I was gonna lose my child.
I hated myself, so I was thinking about suicide and everything else. So it's just like, fuck. But from there, I said, you know what, I'm gonna just take everything and like it's come. My consequences for my actions have to be dealt with. I turned myself in the next day.
When I first met him, he was 18. The male's brain doesn't fully form an impulse control until you're 25. About 6 years ago last month, I got a call.
So let me ask you a question about that. The male brain doesn't fully form during impulse control until you're 25, right? Hold on. So, hold on. Hold on. Doesn't fully form in impulse control until you're 25. So, if that's the case, when you have young people working on these jobs, why don't they get leniency? I'm asking for the people that worked in a corrections with me, who were 24 and down, 21 to 24, who did shit, right? They would do it. They would use that when it came to the inmates, but they wouldn't use it when it came to the officers. Dude, 21, 22, he working somebody. One of them niggas in there is just as young, so they like, yo, I ain't gotta listen to this nigga because he a young nigga like me. Young niggas have it the hardest in there. So now, they going back and forth. This nigga do something impulse control. He beats the nigga up. There's no like leniency for that. There's no understanding. There's no nothing. But if the inmate beat him up, then they would use that piece in there. Well, their brains don't mature until such and such and such another. What the fuck, nigga? What? I actually want to go look some more into that too. I'm glad I heard that right there at this point.
About 6 years ago last month, I got a call from a buddy in New York who said it was the morning of the Grammys. It was a Sunday. It was about 6:30, and my buddy says there's this guy. There's an arrest warrant for him. LAPD's looking for him. His name is Chris Brown, and the complaining witness's name is Rihanna.
He called me. I think it was maybe an hour or two after it happened, and he was scared. Like in disbelief, like he couldn't even believe this was even going on. I couldn't believe that. But he was, he was scared.
I have been through a lot in my life, but that was the most devastating thing I've ever had to experience, to see the hurt and the pain on his face and not knowing what was gonna happen to him.
I look at it and it's really like,
Wait, stop. Don't skip this video because I've got great news for you and your hair. If you are tired of losing or receding, or you want to get your
how could I be that person?
Are you
The case originally was an assault with a deadly weapon, criminal threats, various charges like that involving strike offenses, serious felonies. He wanted to immediately take responsibility, wanted to plead guilty.
Pled guilty, didn't argue, didn't say, hey, no, let me fight this case and take it to trial, and just say, hey, she fought me back. No, I'm not. That's not where my head was at, and that's not where it is now. I loved her. I wanted to protect her because I did too much stuff to her. Like I did what I did, so it was wrong.
Explain quickly, Mark, what he pled guilty to.
Assault, basically, was what it is, a felony assault charge.
The hardest, person to say, like, or talk about it to would be, I would say probably my father. You know what I'm saying? My father and my real father. I don't want to disappoint my father because he actually was there for me. But my mom, it was a little bit more closer to heart because I seen my mom deal with that, firsthand. Not from my father. My biological father, Clinton Maurice Brown, is a great man.
That's nice.
With her, a significant other at the time, my mother, a significant other, he was a monster, animal, pure hatred, evil. I never hated somebody in my life because I was the one thing I was running from.
Sometimes you try to run away from the one thing that you don't want to become, and you become it.
The only person they hate right now is him.
The only thing Chris Brown is guilty of? A felony.
Like, I mean, and like, how does that work? What type of person do you have to be where you don't think about what you did to get what you got? What type of person does that? Somebody who doesn't, well, if it's a woman, black women women, period, can't accept accountability. But especially black women, they cannot accept accountability. Oh, they talk about, it reminded me of slavery and I'm oppressed and this, all kinds of bullshit, bro. No, bitch, you put your hands on the wrong nigga. That's what happened. And the reason why you kept putting your hands on him like that is because he ain't fucked you up the way he did. If he'd have fucked you up the way he did in that damn Lamborghini, you wouldn't have put your hands on that nigga again like that. He fucked you up. Punched you in the fucking mouth. Fucked your lip up. 2 knots on the side of your fucking head. Like, come on, man. He probably wasn't doing it like that before. You ain't spit in his fucking face before. Bitches need to know you put your hands on somebody that you're deserving of getting the shit punched out of you. I seen a video. This woman was married to a guy. They on an airplane. This bitch hit this nigga in the head with a laptop, bro. You could tell he ain't never hit his bitch. Nigga, hold on, nigga. I gotta show you this shit real quick. You gotta see this shit, man. With laptop. And that nigga, I felt bad for him. It really looked like he was, you know what I'm saying? Like he was really like a victim, bro. Yeah, I know A&E don't be tagging me, so
A world of good.
You want to try to look at other women? No.
Two separate passengers record a very vocal argument between a married couple as a plane prepares for takeoff from Miami International Airport.
You ain't gonna look at other women, and you ain't gonna tell me you're looking at other women.
The wife is apparently accusing her husband, who is seated right next to her, of having a wandering eye. And the flight crew is trying to calm the situation down.
We have a little child right behind us. Yeah, I know. I consult the child. There's a little boy right behind you. I already know. Look, I'm not gonna say nothing if you don't say nothing to try to cause a commotion, because he's the problem.
The woman disregards the flight attendant's pleas for calm.
You wanna try to so shut the up.
Until finally,
I'm not bringing my back to the wife.
the attendant informs the woman that she must leave the plane.
You're going out of control. I'm gonna visit right now. You shut the up. Shut the okay.
And that's when things go from turbulent to violent.
Oh, you gonna come up? Yeah, man, I'm getting up, man. Get up. You're assaulting me, man. Oh, I'm assaulting you? Yeah. All right. Here. I'm assaulting you? I'm assaulting you.
The woman strikes her husband from behind with a laptop, injuring an attendant and a passenger in the process.
I'm gonna get my purse.
The woman collects her carry-on and is met by a member of the flight crew in the aisle.
There. Yeah, I'm going over there. You're gonna be charged. Fine, whatever.
Once off the plane, the couple is met by airport security, who reportedly refuse to cooperate. The husband is put on another flight. No charges are filed against the woman.
You see?
But she will
see. No charges are filed against the woman. Could a man get away with that? Can I get away with hitting my bitch in the head with a laptop on an airplane? Telling her not to look at other men? Yeah, I seen you looking at other men, you bitch. Do it again and I'm gonna fuck you up. And then she gets up to leave and I hit her in the head with a fucking laptop. This is why when a woman puts her hand up, like men, you gotta make it the norm. That's how we get things changed. When things are fucked up and we don't like how they're going, we have to, when they say be the change you want to see in society, that's what that means. It's one person, but somebody in society saw it. Just how I told you the thing about it in jail, if one person saw you get punked, then everybody else saw it and they tell a person. That's how it works in a fucking society. Bitch hits you, you hit her back. Boom, boom. Every other bitch on that plane saw that, yo, this woman hit her husband and her husband two-pieced her. Then they gonna go and tell somebody else, yo, this woman on this plane, she hit her husband with a laptop and he two-pieced her. She was out cold. Then the shit goes on fucking YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and this and that. What you do in your individual life affects society. And it took me a long time to fucking realize that. Because even the best sales come from word of mouth, even in the fucking sales industry. Advertising. This shit is advertising. So you want a certain society, you got to be that change. Because there out of 8 billion people, there's a lot of people that think like you. And maybe people in positions of power, and maybe people in positions of influence. You never know. It might even just be people in your fucking neighborhood, and that'll be a good trend to start in your neighborhood. When somebody come to visit, they might see that trend, and they're gonna take it back to their neighborhood. Like, yo, I sort of, like that's how we gotta move. But I would have, bro. You would hit me with like if I would have been all right after getting hit in the head with that shit. Nah, I'd have probably hit after she slapped me in the chair. Nah, we ain't doing that. Wouldn't even got to the motherfucker. And then how you sitting by the window? You got a violent asshole. You can't even sit in the aisle because she don't want you looking at other bitches. This guy is something else, man. But yeah, so when that shit happened with Chris Brown, Rihanna bought that shit on herself, man. She was supposed to hold that bag and stand up.
We don't know everything that went down. This is a tough one. He's in huge trouble.
We're not going to put up with domestic violence as business as usual. And I think we should just take this and keep moving with it.
So when we talk about that, right, we're not going to take this as business as usual and keep moving. And that incident when this guy beat the girl up, there was another one where she actually defends him. Right? Where she sticks up for the nigga.
Lay his hands on you. I got a girl and I wouldn't lay hands on her. Prank her, now I punch a wall, not her. Whatever. Well, we got real love over here. We punch each other.
Yeah, it's not in this one. There was one where they were texting and you actually saw them texting like, no, like mind your business. I'm good. He's good. She's good. Damn. What is this? She got beat up too? Yeah, let's see it. What happened? Let's see what happened. God damn. What the fuck, bro? That bitch, all right. She like happy. Oh, you don't even see it. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Look at that shit.
What's good, JD fam? I'm Destiny. Julius is not here with me today because I'm gonna be pranking him today.
Falling, she falling, I'm balling, steady balling, she calling, gotta stall it.
So Julius just got back in town literally
Oh, she pranking him that she got beat up. Okay. But how this nigga got the phone on, the camera on him? You fake ass niggas. Come on, man. This nigga sleeping and got a camera on him. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Bitches got too much time on their hands, man. They be doing dumb shit.
We're not saying that he should be thrown in jail. We're saying he should get treatment.
It was a weird, confusing space to be in, because as angry as I was, as angry and hurt and betrayed, I just felt like he made that mistake because he needed help.
The label, the name woman beater is something I always say to somebody. You know what I'm saying? It scares me because that I would place that judgment on somebody. So when people say it, I don't get mad at them. I'm more mad at myself because I feel like I am the reflection of what they're saying.
To have that type of success that music brings, people really look at you and look to you for inspiration, for hope, for light, for all of these things. And that pressure can sometimes be so tremendous.
You are a rock star. You live in a world where they want every piece of you because they need to sell a story.
He said that he feels really bad about what transpired, that he's going to meet with his pastor and hope to become a better person. There were reports he's gone to anger management classes.
Besides that incident, you know, it's like a domino effect. It brings other things to happen. It brings up rage and anger, and we don't understand why we're angry because we think people think about us in a certain way.
I'm gonna tell you something, let me be honest. I was disappointed, almost felt let down because I said, this kid could be the great superstar.
You say, how could I be the best in the world and people still talk about me? And that's just what life is about. You know, overcoming emotional quagmires, adversity, becoming stronger in life, you know. If you didn't experience any kind of emotional conflict with yourself or with anyone else, you know, under the lightest struggle, you know, you just crumble.
Sentenced to 5 years of probation, as you said, 180 days of what Judge Schnegg calls community labor, and he has to undergo a domestic violence program for 1 year.
Well, the first time I walked in the courtroom, I was super nervous, you know. I never even did jury duty.
Yeah,
so I was like,
yeah, we're gonna end it on that right there, man. We just needed to exonerate him from that shit, man. Like as men, like I can't tell you to walk away, bro, when you in a car. Cause you know, these super macho niggas say, yo, man, just walk away. A real man, just walk away. Nigga, that's why where we at when we don't fucking control our bitches. You see how they act? These bitches ain't under control. And you can't tell this nigga to walk away when he's in a fucking tight ass Lamborghini. And I'm not walking away from a bitch that spit on me. Or slap me or scratch me or some shit like that. I'm not gonna blacken your eye or no shit like that. I did have an incident, man. Man, we ain't gonna bring that up. But yeah, nah, you ain't getting off the hook, man. I've let enough bitches off the hook in my younger days. Never again. I think I let like two bitches off. Cause these black bitches is violent, me. They get mad, they want to put their hands on you. One I was 16, another one I was 20, 23 or 24. After that, nah, B. So I like, you know, I keep your hands to yourself, men and women. You know what I'm saying? Men, if you're not in a confined area or a place where you can't exit, I understand. But if you're in a place where you can exit, bro, just leave. Because your whole day gonna be fucked up, bro. Like, I got into it one time in the military. And like fucking police was looking for me, bro. And I called a old supervisor. He was like one of the black supervisors there. I was stationed in Keflavik, Iceland. And I remember, man, I was hiding on the roof from these motherfuckers. And I was like, damn. I called them. I went downstairs. They had payphones. It's like in 2000, 2001. They had payphones. I went to the fucking payphone. I was like, yo, Sarge, I'm in trouble, man. And he was like, what happened? So I told him what happened. You know what he said to me? He said, listen, man, you in the military and you in Iceland. There's nowhere you can go, bro. You can't get in the car and drive. You can't even leave the base, nigga. If they looking for you, they like, just go turn yourself in and get the shit over with, bro. That's what he told me. So that's what I did. But that shit, I remember after the incident running, and I went in a bathroom. I went up to my job. They was like, "Hey, what you doing here?" I'm just like, I left something in my locker. And I went in the bathroom. I remember checking up under the stalls to see if there was nobody else in there, to make sure there was nobody else in there. And I remember putting my hands on the sink, fucking running the water, and just washing my face. And I remember looking in the mirror, man. And I wasn't looking in my mirror like I was ashamed of what I did. I wasn't ashamed of what I did. That person deserved everything they got. I was looking in that mirror ashamed that, fuck, man, I'm in this situation. Like, God damn. I remember that. Oh, that was such a fucked up feeling. If you niggas ever been arrested, the moments right before you fucking get arrested, you just like, I remember I went back and I saw and the crazy part was the same motherfuckers I worked with, right? They must have got the call. Cause I was military police in when I was in the Air Force. It was military police. And it wasn't our base, it was a Navy base. So the Navy was looking for me. And the Navy called over cause I guess she told them like who I was and shit. So the Navy called over to the Air Force station and was like, yo, we looking for so and so, whatever. So they they call everybody on my line that was off or whatever, because we had like squads. They called. It was like, yo, if you see him, like bring him. So now, mind you, I'm going to turn myself in after I spoke to the black sergeant. So I'm walking. So they all at the base. So they see me walking. So I peeped the shit. Like, so they walking, they acting like they my friend. So he's like, yo, what's up, man? You all right? Like, yo, you all right and shit. So the way one of the niggas put his arm around my arm was like he caught me. I said, nigga, you ain't like you walking like you catch me. So I'm turning myself in, man. Get the fuck off of me. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers is something else, man. But I remember that feeling, man. I remember motherfucker asked me my name, then he asked to see my ID. Then a nigga read me my rights, fucking cuffed me and put me in the car, bro. I remember that shit. Yeah, I remember that shit, man. That shit was that was a fucked up feeling. You know what I'm saying? And the bitch, they was all treating the bitch like Rihanna. The bitch was foul. But she getting treated like, oh, poor Miss So-and-so, and I'm getting treated like fucking Hitler. That's why you can't let shit slide. Because you need to change society. If we all want to be motherfucking equal, the bitch, if we equal, you got to get equal punishment as much as me. You got to be recognized as an ain't shit bitch as much as I'm recognized as an ain't shit nigga. That's equality. But yo, anyway, I'm done. Hour on the motherfucking dot. Shout out to Chris Brown. Shout out to Rihanna. Shout out to Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. One.